Welcome back. If you're new around here, my name is Steven. I'm a computer science student in Canada, and I'm turning 21 this summer. I just finished half of my undergrad degree in CS, and I realized that for the past 2 years, I spent most of my time and energy thinking about landing a prestigious job title, starting something of my own, maybe, and just buying things. Just like the classic early 20s career ambition. Sometimes I find myself in these rabbit holes where people are talking about like, oh, I know like 5 people going to this big tech company this summer. Oh, wow, my friend makes this number of dollars per hour. And that's not even to mention how easy it is for me to spiral on social media, looking at all these gurus flex their cars and houses and all their passive income metrics. It kind of feels like everyone is already successful. And even if you're doing fine, it starts to mess with your head because it kind of feels harder to feel happy for other people when you hear about their success, and it makes it harder for you to focus on your own path. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down why that happens. It's a lot more deeper than really shitty self-help quotes that I don't really believe in. I'll give some more context into my current situation as a student and software engineering intern, as well as some of my background, and most importantly, the mindset shifts that have helped me adapt and stop other people's success from ruining my own peace. Because the last thing I want is for my friends to achieve something really big and for me in the back of my mind to think, oh, like they don't deserve it as much as me, or deep down feeling that envy. And yeah, if you stick around towards the end of the video, I'll also be doing a quick week in the life of how things were last month. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so as much as I love to talk about student life, the fun in interning in tech, I also really like to talk about early career hurdles, pretty much just having to do with hearing about other people landing the job you really wanted or making more money than you. And yeah, it is really as shallow as it sounds. I mean, the whole LinkedIn platform is literally dedicated to this. You overhear people talking about their jobs lined up, and sometimes people just love to brag. I could be crazy and just completely speaking for myself, but it doesn't always feel good to hear people talking about their success and comparing it to my current situation. Like, I'm just trying to survive and keep up with my own goals and expectations, not in the sense that it has to do anything with comparison or competition. I think it more has to do with ego and how we define our self-worth. If we're spending all our time thinking about the numbers on our paycheck and deriving self-esteem from the name of the company we're going to work at, well, of course, other people's success is going to sound kind of unpleasant because it's a direct attack on the ego, simply because you care too much. But it's also not like you can just stop caring because you can't just give up. I always believed in staying in school, getting a good education, and I figured out that I wanted to study computer science since early in high school. After I got into university, I started doing typical CS career-related things like internships, and it started to feed my ego, which is not always a bad thing. Like, I think the good part about it is that it gave me a really clear direction and purpose. But on the flip side, it makes me feel like I always have to prove myself. And especially when things aren't going so well, like right now in the current tech job market, it can get really exhausting. I think that's pretty much it. Like, that's really the only trap with career competitiveness and comparison. It's really just an issue with ego, tying everything related to your career to your entire self-worth. And don't get me wrong, being in your 20s is the perfect time to have ambition and uncertainty about your career. You land your first job, you start gaining experience, and suddenly you start to care a lot. And with other people succeeding, with better offers and bigger companies, you start to spiral. And not only does it become harder to feel happy for other people, it also becomes harder to be focused on your own process and enjoying the things you love to do. So earlier I said I would share some of the mindset shifts that helped me drown out the noise a lot. And no, it's not like the self-help kind of quotes where they just don't really mean anything to me. Just some things I've been thinking about a lot for the past few months that have helped my everyday work feel a lot better. I started to really appreciate the time that I have with people who don't really give a shit about computer science and tech jobs, like my family and most of my childhood friends. Well, not only because of work-life balance, but also because they make me feel like I'm worth more than just a computer science student, because I just do stupid shit with them.
But if we don't win red, then it's rigged, right?
Chokers.
It's called a night mission for a reason.
It's a night mission.
They don't know that.
Shut up.
We're part of the Steven vlog.
There's my bitch.
And on the flip side, I also realized that I don't really like spending time on school campus. Everyone's just talking about interviews and referrals and asking me where I work. I'm just trying really hard not to care. Being around that environment kind of robs the energy out of me, which is so ironic because like for all of high school, like all I thought about was coming to this school and meeting all these cool people, but like I just fucking hate everyone. Okay, I don't want to sound like I'm mad or anything, but it's just that people care too much and I don't want to be like that. Everyone is so relentless and you can't help but pause and think of it as a competition. Yeah, overall, I'd say I've been trying to reassess what I associate my self-worth to and becoming more introspective, which is kind of why I like making these videos. Right now, I'm wrapping up the final weeks of my third internship at Constant Contact, which is an email marketing platform to grow small businesses. And in the summer, I'll be in downtown Toronto at a finance company called Wealthsimple. If you're still watching, cool. Here's a quick week in the life of how things were last month.
Good morning. So it's now Monday. Very slow start to the week. I work hybrid right now, so this morning was just quick 9:30 stand up, a few more calls, and I barely did anything today. Yeah, this week I'm gonna try to spend as little money as I possibly can on food because for like the last 2 months I've been so busy and I just like ate out so much.
Hi, Becky. Remote work until 5 p.m.
All right, guys, so I'm done for today's remote work.
Light doesn't work. I live in a shithole. Less than 1% of space is mine.
I get to bring food from home that my mom makes me. We got some corn here. Here we got some marinated beef that my mom made. Here's some pork belly and rice. Wontons. I'll probably eat these tonight. I don't have enough food, I think, for the next like 3 days. And I also need to get some vegetables.
Gooning on UW campus. Happy Tuesday. Downtown Kitchener office. Caffeine is a miracle drug. Me and interns like going to meeting rooms. Thanks, Mommy, for foods. 5 p.m. done flavory for the day. Going to Conestoga Mall. Gotta eat healthy. Fuck my life. I actually did get healthy foods. Happy Wednesday. Free donuts and iced coffee. Yummy sugar.
Brian, do you want to be on YouTube? Oh my god, hello YouTube.
Meeting room again. I'm the only one who's not locked in. Mommy food and groceries. Marinated beef, corn, salad, and a muffin.
And for dinner, I'm about to eat the exact same thing.
Arrived in Toronto at 10:30 p.m.
The wonderful thing about working hybrid is that you get to go home during the weekday. And since Toronto and Waterloo are so close, only like a 2-hour train ride, I go home.
Happy Thursday. Doing work from Becky's downtown place.
Oh my God!
Downtown dining is a scam. At least I still have these for Friday. Locked the fuck in. Made it to Friday night.
Oh my God!
Who needs to save money anyways? Best all-you-can-eat sushi I've had. Until next time, chat.